I am going live. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. I am your host, Brother Hatim, and of course you know this is Folk Tales for Grown Folks, and this is the Heart of a Simba production. Well, you know that the only thing we strive to do is to blow up your old paradigm. Now, breaking with tradition, right? I'm going to read the folktale first because I got some people on the line. I got some people on Facebook. I want to get y'all the information so that y'all can think about it. I'm going to go through some news, and then we're going to come back and we're going to discuss this proverb. The folktale. The folktale this week is The Hares and the Lion. For those that are on Google, you can find it. The Hares and the Lion. The hares harangued the assembly and argued that all should be equal. The lions made this reply: "Your words, O hares, are good, but they lack both claws and teeth, such as we have." Very simple story, but I'm telling you right now, if you stay tuned, man, the information that's going to be coming through in this story will change your life. But before we get into that, of course, you know we have to go to the commercial. I am a Gye-Nyame man. I was born for greatness. My greatness comes from my potent sinner. I pledge to find and connect with my sinner. I pledge to build my spirit, mind, and body. I pledge to use my hands to build a better world for myself, my loved ones, and my community. I pledge to use my mind to think deeper, further, and higher to create a better reality for myself. I pledge to live my life and go beyond all my self-imposed limitations. I pledge to promote the principles of the Gye-Nyame warrior and to assist all those seeking the path of success. I pledge all these things first to myself, my teachers, to all my relations, and to my higher power. I am Gye-Nyame. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. That is the Gye-Nyame pledge that is said by all of our true members at least once a day. Peace and welcome to our YouTube channel. Check out our videos and podcasts. Subscribe as well as join the journey. Push past your self-imposed limitations within the Gye-Nyame Journey. Peace. Hear the recording because I'm trying to do it in a different way so that people that do call in, they can be heard too, because it be some powerful people coming in sometime and they be speaking their minds. All right, first things first, y'all need to know that this is sponsored by G&J's That Ambrosia. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open one as I do usually on the show so that y'all know what's going on. Those that don't know, right? I just posted one of my flyers for this. This is a probiotic drink. It is alive, and it will, and it possibly can help you with some of the issues. I know a lot of y'all dealing with diabetes. A lot of y'all dealing with kidney problems. A lot of y'all dealing with ADHD. Yeah, some of you grown folks got ADHD too, right? This drink right here may be able to help you. I can't say without a shadow of a doubt that it's going to help you, right? But it's a possibility that it can. So now, when you look at the white top, with the Gye-Nyame symbol and the lion and stuff on there, let me put it up there so that y'all can see that, right? There you go, right there, yep. I want y'all to see that, right? With the lion and the phoenix, that is the original brew. Now, I use this right here. I open it up like this so that it won't make a big mess. But this is a live drink, and as you can see, hopefully y'all can see, it's bubbling. It's alive. You see it? Yeah. Oh, we about to sip on that. Oh, man, I forgot my sipping cup. So I have to go straight from the bottle. All right, so here it go right here. This is to you. Oh, that is whack. I just lost the signal on Facebook. Facebook, you get the thumbs down for that. You get the thumbs down for that, right? They trying to reconnect right now. I'm going to go and end the stream, and I'm going to have to post it back up. But hopefully we ain't drop on here. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. That was whack. I have never seen such whackness before. So I'm going to go and type this up. So y'all bear with me as I go through this. As a matter of fact, just give me time to pull up the news. Folktales for grown folk. The Hares. And you can also, those that's the Hares and the Lions. Those that are on, listening to me live right now, on this right here on Spreaker or at Gye-Nyame Journey, you can also go to the live stream because it's about to come back up. I'm not playing no games. I don't believe it, right? So I'm about to sip on this. I'm upset. Man, this thing is really bubbling. Hey, y'all need to make sure y'all get this, right? Y'all need to make sure that y'all get this. I'm sending out the invites again. Brother Juan, I'm calling on you. Yancy, Yolanda, Anthony Nesbitt, Yep, Miss Jacqueline Brooks, I'm calling on all of y'all. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have got Miss Janice at first. All right, boom. All right, here we go. So now we about to hit these folk tales, right? Now, for those that's out there and just came back, right? So here we go. Now, the first thing we got to hit, we got to hit the news, right? We got to hit the news. So, now, I posted a question. I said, what do you call a people without culture? I'm not going to answer that one yet. But the question is, what do you call a people without a culture, right? And I'm going to connect it to the story that I'm going to read again once we get into the conversation, right? I also put out the latest brochure for that ambrosia, and as a matter of fact, since I was talking about the ambrosia, let me go on and read that a little bit for y'all. I can't read it because it's all covered up. Look at this here. Okay. That ambrosia is a health drink that I've been developing for 2 years. It is made from green tea, raw honey, and fermented by way of SCOBY, a symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast. That ambrosia is considered kombucha, but the official name is Jun. When we look at the ingredients plus the fermentation, you can see why I was so excited to stumble onto this powerful food. Yes, kombucha and Jun is considered food. It's mixed with green tea, has been made famous because of its use with the weight loss industry, but it's also packed a punch when it comes to overall health. Green tea is loaded with polyphenols, which y'all going to be hearing about if you haven't already been hearing about it on Facebook, right? That act as an antioxidant and it has compounds that improve brain function, may lower the risk of type 2 diabetes, and may also reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. Raw honey is an antibacterial, antifungal that helps in the healing and cleaning of wounds. It also helps with digestion, it soothes a sore throat, and it's filled with phytonutrients. The power behind the drink is the fermentation process. This is a natural process that enables you to turn one substance to another. The fermenting process makes the food easier to digest. It helps release nutrients that were unavailable to the eater, and it provides other organisms that are beneficial to the digestive system known as probiotics. Very simple. That's my spiel right there, and I'm sticking to it. All right. Also in the news, before we get down into the story, after diplomat killing, Russia doubles down on ties with Turkey. Parallels. This is NPR. You could check that story out. But the issue that I'm trying to make sure y'all understand is that right now, all around the world, people, in a sense, are rising up. So we just had this dude step up in a public place, former police officer at the time, step up and just shot the Russian ambassador. What's up, Doc West? Thank you for tuning in. So also, in the news, real quick, we had another shooting in Switzerland around the same time. And then also, if we look at what's happening in Germany, they had the truck. So look, we need to really be aware of a lot of the stuff that's going on. A lot of us, we just tuned into our neighborhood. We just tuned into our city. What's going on right now is a global event. You know what I'm saying? With Brexit happening, I don't know if y'all forgot about that. Donald Trump that made y'all forget about that. But we had the British people separating themselves from the European Union. We got all this terrorist activity happening all over Europe right now, as well as the craziness that's going on in America. Y'all need to be paying attention, right? Because it's in the news every day. Now, for those that didn't know this, patients cared for by female doctors fare better than those treated by men. That deserves some lightning. Let me get some lightning up on the screen. That's a strike of God right there. This is what they quote. Look, if male doctors were as good as the female counterparts at caring for older people in a hospital, about 32,000 fewer patients a year would die. 32,000? Women, you are the bomb. Especially black women. But women, y'all some nurturers, man. And I mean, being a doctor is all about nurturing. All right, let's move on so we get to the folktale. Farrakhan sees a new opening for Black separatist message. This is from a right-wing news thing, but I just wanted to post it up. You know what I'm saying? Anytime Farrakhan in the news. I also had the one about the Russian ambassador getting shot in Turkey. This is when it first happened. I posted it up on Gye-Nyame Journey, so you need to go on and follow Gye-Nyame Journey so you keep up with the world news, right? Change yourself, change your life. Shouts out to 80 Days Hinkle. I only use female doctors since I was a kid. That's right. They are the natural healers, man. And, you know, we need to go on. I mean, they're not getting paid the same rate as men, but yet, you know, they're saving more lives than men. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be conscious of this type of thing and really start saluting women when we have an opportunity. What else is on the timeline? All right, cool. I got Chatty Dons doing a poem up on the timeline. I was blessed to go to the God Gift Gathering, the great marketplace. It happens once a month. They're going to have it 2 times next month, so I'm going to be tuning y'all in so that y'all can come in. Y'all can come and sample some of this ambrosia that I'm sipping on right here so that y'all know what I'm talking about, you know, and, you know, maybe y'all join the journey, you know what I'm saying, because this is a journey. So now, this is what we're going to do. We about to have a quick discussion about the folktale of the day. I want to give Doc West a thumbs up. I want to give 80 Days Hinkle a thumbs up. I want to send out shots to everybody that's listening to the podcast, that's listening live, and those of you that'll be downloading this and listening to it in the future, right? I hope that the sound is not messed up, because what I'm trying to do is when people call in, and for those that's on the line now, if you're interested in calling in and joining the conversation, you can hit me up at 614-556-4535. Once again, that's 614-556-4535, okay? Now, one more commercial, and then we off and into the show. I got to salute my sponsors, even though I am the sponsor. Me and my fam, we the sponsor, right? So, check it out.
The word is spreading.
Shouts out to
More
Allende
and more
West.
people are switching to Ambit Energy.
Well, one of my neighbors switched, and then I switched. Now the whole neighborhood has Ambit.
Who doesn't want to save money?
The word is spreading. Switching to Ambit Energy is rewarding in more ways than one.
I signed up and got a travel reward. That's nice.
Oh, I get to save on energy and on travel?
There's a cruise for two out there just a few thousand kilowatts away. I can almost smell the sunscreen.
The word is spreading. Ambit Energy even lets you earn free energy.
When I get 15 friends to switch, I get free energy. I have 15 friends. At least I think I do.
Hey, I'd be telling people to switch to Ambit anyway.
If you'd like to switch to Ambit Energy, listen to the following contact information closely. Then spread the word.
All right, you heard the man. Spread the word. To-Gye-Nyame Journey is an independent consultant of Ambit Energy. And I know a lot of y'all like, Brother Hatim, this is one of, listen. With deregulations, you can have an energy business. We got an energy business. For those that's trying to support the journey, the major thing that I'm trying to tell people and get people to understand is this. We can win, or we are already winning, but the issue is we have to start winning economically. That means that we have to start getting small money, right? And one of the ways that we're working on trying to get money as To-Gye-Nyame Journey is by providing people with their electricity and gas, right? In Ohio, we could do electricity and gas. We could do it in California, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Indiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Texas, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. So I know I got listeners in all those places. Now, this is the point that I'm trying to get y'all to understand. When you join Ambit, there's no contracts. You can try for a month and be done with it. Then if you also like it and the cost is going to be below or the same as what you're paying right now, if you get 15 people to sign up with you, you also get free energy, right? I want you to think about that. No other company is offering that. You also, every time you pay your bill, you get travel rewards. What more can I say? You know what I'm saying? So what you do is you check us out at To-Gye-Nyame Journey Energy. It's facebook.com/GNJ Energy. Sign in. You just sign up. Now, when you click sign up, because I know a lot of y'all out there scared of commitment, you don't have to commit, right? Just click. It take you to our rates and plans page. You go to, you type in your zip code, type in whether you're residential or commercial. You put you're not an Ambit customer. You go and check it out, right? You like it, good. You don't, cool. I still love you. The point is, if we are going to start taking over our communities, if we are going to start doing some true nation building, we have to start getting hold of some of these things, some of these bills that we pay every month, right? We got to start getting a piece of that money, right? Because what our enemy is doing, they control all of the major utilities, all the water, all the major things that we need to survive. They have their hand in. What I'm saying is we need to start moving to get our hand in it. That's what the show is all about, right? So now, we about to get into those folk tales, right? Now, we got one today. It's very short. Now, shouts out to Anthony Chapman, man. It's good to see you. I ain't seen you in a while. Once again, I want to send shouts out to Doc West. Shouts out to 80 Days Hinkle. Shouts out to Allende Afrique. I also want to send shouts out to Yolanda and Yvette Carter for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Now, check this out. Share with other people, because we're about to start this conversation. I got to do some thumbs up for y'all. Also, I want to thank all those that are listening right now and those will be listening in the future. Now, I need y'all to know the lines are open. The lines are open. 614-556-4535. I'm going to top that in for you, for some of y'all out there, because I know y'all hard of hearing out there, right? 614, my finger's big, 614-556-4535. Now I promise, this folktale will change your life. Because a lot of y'all be listening to me, y'all be like, man, these folktales are for kids. I keep on trying to tell you, these are not for kids. These folktales are not for kids. These folktales are some of the most powerful wisdom that our ancestors have left us. They left us gems. They left us words of power that we could use to make it through the hard parts of our life. Everything that we are going through, our ancestors went through, right? Nothing changed. The streets have been the same since all the way back when we was building the pyramids. Life has been the same since we was building the pyramids. What's up, Brother Duvall? Long time no see. We about to get into this folktale right now. Here we go. Where are my glasses? I'm old. I love it, man. I never thought I'd be wearing glasses, but I'm glad. All right, listen. The Hares and the Lions. Now let's talk about this story. Feel free to call in 614-556-4535. The lines are open. The Hares harangued the assembly and argued that all should be equal. The Lions made this reply: your words, O Hares, are good, but they lack both claws and teeth such as we have. Now, at the beginning, I asked this question on my timeline on Gye-Nyame Journey. I said, what do you call a people who does not have a culture? And one of my daughters, Keisha chimed in and said, you call them lost. And I agree, right? But that's not the answer I'm looking for, because in this story is very clear for us, right? You have predators, you have prey. For people, the thing that provides them with their claws, the thing that provides them with their teeth, the things that provide them with their skills is the culture. When you strip a people of their culture, they become prey, right? Black folks, we are prey. You know what I'm saying? When anybody move over here, they move to us. Why? Because they know, around the world, they know that we are prey. And we have to be very clear about that. When I mean prey, it ain't like they down there hunting us physically. In some cases, they are. But they are hunting us economically. They're hunting us politically, right? Why? Because when we address them, we don't have the teeth and the claws to confront them. Now, this story, we have an assembly. Oh, my God. What's up? Brother Charles Trailer, shots out. Feel free to call in at 614-556-4535. When you do call in, right? When you do call in, check it out. When you do call in, make sure I know that you're there, so I'm checking the lines right now just in case somebody tune in and want to join into the conversation. Because remember, you never know who your wisdom is going to help. So now, we got the Hares going to assembly. The Hares are going to assembly that they didn't even arrange. It ain't even their assembly. They're going into their assembly, and they're going to speak truth to power. Now, I want y'all to understand this, right? Because we think the shit that we went through in the civil rights movement, we think that the stuff that we've been going through right now is new. This is not new. This is all we on a constant repeating. We're going to keep on repeating until we get the lessons. The bottom line is that our ancestors already laid this out for us, right? So you got the Hares haranguing, which means arguing and disrupting the assembly. The Lion has arranged an assembly. The Lion has a court, and people are coming to the Lion's court. And as they come to the Lion's court, right, people speak. You know what I'm saying? The rabbits get up. Now I want y'all to think, the rabbits get up and say, everybody should be equal. We think everybody should be equal. I want y'all to think about that. Because many of us have been in the position of the rabbit in our life. Right? We have walked into the den of death and said, everybody should be equal, or this is not right. Right? And the issue is this, man. When we are walking into somebody else's assembly, in somebody else's building, on somebody else's property, using somebody else's mic, we are prey. The rabbits were prey. And basically what the lion broke down to the rabbit was that rabbit's place in that society. Every day we are getting signs of our place in society. And the issue that we have to come to terms with, either we're going to accept our position in society of what people are assigning us, or we're going to have to stand up and make sure it's something different. You know what I'm saying? The rabbits didn't have the power, because what rabbits are designed to do is eat and run. That's what they do, eat and run. Now they coming into the assembly of the lion. They probably foxes and wolves all there. Everybody is kowtowing to the lion in this assembly. It's assembly. It's a group of animals that's coming together to talk about things that the animals need to talk about. The lion is the king. The lion has the last words. The rabbit speaks his mind, talking about how everybody should be equal. And the lion's reply, your words over here are good, but they lack both claws and teeth, such as we have. See, I want y'all to understand this, man. You can speak, because I got people coming up to me all the time talking about, look, Brother Hatim, you can do this, you know what I'm saying, and God will protect you. Y'all see, look at mine, right? You know what I'm saying? Hatim, we can do this and God is going to be our back. Right? Black folks, let me say this to you. I love you with all my heart. Right? And I'm not going to tell you there ain't no God. I'm definitely not going to say that. But what I'm going to say is this. God handles God's business. Man handle his business. In my life, I have to protect myself, and I have to protect mine. I can't depend on God to protect me, because God gave me all the tools and gave you all the tools and gave us all the tools to protect ourselves. So for us to keep on screaming about God coming into this and helping us, when God has given us everything that we need to provide the protection that we need, is foolish, right? The issue that the rabbit had was that the rabbit didn't have the teeth and the claws to confront the lion, right? We are in the present state. We are in the same position. We are in a position that the rabbit, don't call me when I'm on my goddamn show. I mean, I know you probably, I'm sorry. All right. People know what time my show is, right? Please don't call me when I'm on my show. You check my timeline. You know, I don't understand, right? Listen, the bottom line is this. The bottom line is this, and I need y'all to understand this, right? We have everything we need as a people. You have everything you need as an individual to do some stuff, right? You got everything you need, but you waiting on something else to all black folks, and that's been the story of our life. We've been waiting, right? Nobody's going to rescue us, right? We're like the hare stepping up into the assembly of the lion. We're praying. We don't have the protection of our culture. You know why? Because we don't know who we are, right? And beyond the pyramids and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff is great, but even beyond that, we don't know who we are, right? We haven't got a firm grasp of who we are in the total scheme of things. And we haven't, and because what happens is, when you have a culture, I'm taking a sip of that ambrosia. When you have a culture and you plug into your culture provides you with the teeth and the claws that the lion is talking about in this folktale. Right? It provides you with that. Right? In culture, right? For example, there's a certain way you deal with cowards in a culture, right? They have a place, and it's not in the front. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all about a speech that Marcus Garvey did last week, and Marcus Garvey said any leadership that will get you to be dependent on your oppressor is a leadership that will sell you into slavery. Right? We have cowardly leaders because the culture, we only have a culture. The fragment of whatever we have allows us to allow cowards to rise to the top. You know what I'm saying? And we've been allowing that since the early 80s. You know what I'm saying? Late 80s, early 90s. All you had to do was be smart to be a leader. You didn't have to have no guts. You didn't have to have no balls. You just had to be smart. You know what I'm saying? You just had to be able to declare some shit, right? But when you go into the den of the lion, you see these motherfuckers be shutting up, don't they? Right? We live in the den of the lion. You know what I'm saying? When it comes, we good at arguing amongst the rabbits. When it comes to arguing with that lion, right? We say what we gotta say and we running. Right? But now this is the only piece that I'm saying. Aesop has painted a picture for us so that we can start identifying where we are, so that we can start changing who we are. Right? Because like I said, man, the situation we in is not new. It's not new. If it wasn't our people, was somebody else in this position. But it always starts with those individuals embracing their culture, embracing who they are, working amongst themselves and building up. Right? The rabbit, shouts out to Sister Kalika. Thank you for tuning in. All right? Some of you that are interested in calling in, you want to say something on, I'm going to read the folktale again. You can call in 614-556-4535. The Hares and the Lions. The Hares harangued the assembly and argued that all should be equal. The Lions made this reply: your words, O Hares, are good, but they lack both claws and teeth, such as we have. Now, this is another piece, because this paints the picture of the predator, right? How does the predator solve conflict? How does a predator solve conflict? I mean, because I love peace, but I am a warrior. I'm a nation builder on the warrior path, right? How does a predator solve their problems? You know what I'm saying? Because they'll discuss with you for a minute. Let me tell you about a predator. They'll discuss with you for a minute. But what they'll do is they always fall back on their claws and their teeth. They always fall back on their violence. And we have to be clear and we have to understand that, man. And a lot of y'all, if you're not following the news, man, we got white boys following police so that they can help protect the police when they're doing stuff in our community. Just like the Black Panthers used to follow the police, now you got white boys following the police in support of the police. This just happened in Circleville, Ohio. Right? Y'all, and it's like nobody is, I ain't gonna say nobody, but we have to become aware, right? Right now, it appears to me that you have a section of individuals sharpening their claws and their teeth and getting ready for you. My question to you, folk, my people, my family, because most of y'all my family, my question to you is, are you prepared? And I ain't saying go stack up on water. I ain't saying go stack up on food. But is your body prepared to move just in case you have to? Right? Can you carry your children if you need to? Can you stay calm if you need to? You know what I'm saying? We have to be, we got to keep this real. Now, those that like it, share this, right? Because I do this every Tuesday. We talking about folktale for grown folks. I get them out this book. I don't pick them out. I've been going in order. I got over 200 shows. And I'm trying to tell you, man, these books right here, this wisdom right here, brings it home for real. And it's like it's part of the toolkit that we need to liberate ourselves, right? Listen. So Aesop painted a picture for us of a weak individual going before a predator. Prey going before the predator saying, I think everybody should be equal. The proper response to the predator is to eat that motherfucker. That is the proper response to the predator. The predator is not wrong because prey is meant to be eaten. And the way we're acting, in a lot of cases, we act as prey. Sending shouts out to Miss Stephanie Jackson. Thank you for tuning in, right? I got some people laughing. I hope you're laughing with me and not at me, right? Because the whole point is this, man. Because it's like this, man. Most of us have spent our whole lives trying to be certified by the predator. Most of us spent our lives trying to be accredited by the predator. Most of us spent our lives trying to be employed by the predator. Our whole lives we've been living rabid existence. And then when we step up and say something, that's when the teeth and the claws come out. And the thing that I want you, what's up, my cousin Carsey? Thank you for tuning in. Now, the question that I want you to think about in your mind, right, is how long we going to be rabbits? How long we going to act as rabbits? Read it again for the new people that's coming on. It's short enough for me to read. This is from Aesop Fables, translated by George Fowler Townsend. This is page 218, right? So I done did about 200. I did over 200 of these, right? Over 200 of these, right? The hares and the lion. The hares harangued the assembly. For those that don't know what harangue mean, that means they was being a disruption. Look, we need to talk about this. We want to talk about this. And argued that all should be equal. The lions made this reply, your words, O hares, are good, but they lack both claws and teeth such as we have. How long are we going to be riding? Believe it, man. What? My whole signal got dropped. Oh, my God. But it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I understand Facebook. Facebook is tripping on me, and that's a beautiful thing. You know, that means I'm doing something good. So I'm going to try to give it a couple of seconds. Due to poor wireless connection, your video has been paused. Consider moving to find a better signal, or you can end the broadcast. I'm at the house where the damn signal is. That's some bullshit. All right. So I'm going to try to hold on. To see what's going on. But those out there that want to join the conversation, hit me up at 614-556-4535. 614-556-4535. Sorry about that. They're saying my connection weak. I know that's a lie. I'm sitting right up above the shit, right? My computer went out for a second. But now, the teeth of a people, the claws of a people is their culture. And from the culture arrives those institutions. Where are our institutions? And it don't take a whole lot of us to form institutions. It don't. We all don't have to agree on what institutions are important. We just have to build. See, because this is the one mistake I think most of us make. We think that unity means that we all got to be alike and we all have to agree. Nah. We all just have to work. My brother Allende said, we've been declawed. Right? When you lose your culture, you're declawed. And I want you to understand, I ain't talking about going back and wearing dashikis and shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about embracing the culture. Right? The culture is more than, the embracing who we are. So that I know that when I walk in to any group, I am enough. I don't need your certifications. I don't need your degrees. I don't need your acceptance. And most importantly, I don't need your money. Right? Because the money is out here. We got the money. Hell, some of y'all smoking on some weed right now while y'all listening to me. Y'all spend some money. Sitting in some motherfucking Michael Jordans right now with you know what I'm saying? Y'all got about $300 that y'all just blow on. And it's Christmas time too. I know the money out there. Right? We could build our institutions. I ain't even asking you for it unless, you want to donate to the journey and get some of this ambrosia. Quick commercial. All right. So now, once again, I'll read it again because the line dropped, because I'm going to be ending the show in a second. The hares and the lion. The hare harangued the assembly and argued that all should be equal. The lions made this reply: your words, O hare, are good, but they lack both claws and teeth, such as we have. Now, this also reminds me of a story that Elder Harry Belafonte told us. I can't remember the guy's name, but he went before a president, and he sat out. It was the guy that did the Pullman Porters, I think. And he went and he sat with, for some reason, I'm thinking it was President Johnson. But, I could be wrong. Somebody out there could correct me. And they had dinner. You know what I'm saying? There's a black man having dinner with the president way back in those days. And he told the president about all the stuff that needed to happen. And the president listened to him the whole time. And then after he got done speaking, the president said, I agree with everything you said to me. Now you got to go out there and make me do it. All right? Begging is not enough. Asking is not enough. See, a lot of y'all, or a lot of us, got freedom totally mixed up. Right? Oh, shouts out. I like that comment, Ms. Jackson. They lack claws and teeth as we have. Now, check this out. He told him that if you want this to happen, you got to make it happen. Right? A lot of us, we done mixed up emancipation and liberation. Emancipation is given. Release from the hand. See the hand? Release. Release from the hand. Right? That's emancipation. You released. Liberation, you take it. See, liberation, somebody got to come back and literally fight you and almost kill you, if not kill you, to put you back in chains. Liberation means you took your shit. See, the only way people can appreciate some shit is if they take it. This is why the Christmas toys that many of y'all going to be buying for your kids will be broke within a couple of weeks because you gave it to them. Right? But when they earn their shit, look how long they keep it. Up until recently, I had some shit that I bought when I was younger. Right? When you buy shit, you appreciate it more. When you earn shit, you appreciate it more. When you fight for shit, you appreciate it more. And a lot of us have confused emancipation with liberation. We haven't been liberated. We're not really free because at any given time, somebody could take it. As a matter of fact, it's almost like people was rallying up for it. And I can't wait. See, because like I said, this is why people was like mad at me, because I said, man, I'm glad that Donald Trump got in office. And I know a lot of y'all going to be mad at me, right? Because I said that I'm so glad because Donald Trump will not allow us to fall back to sleep. He's too ignorant. The great pumpkin he's not going to let us go to sleep. He's going to poke us. You know what I'm saying? He's going to push us. Right? His followers, the little ones that's working up into a frenzy right now and got the foam and got they sharpening their claws and getting their teeth together, they're going to make us wake up. Right? And that's going to, see, some of y'all already got the claws out, but you need help. What's about to happen, hopefully in this next 4 years, or maybe even the next 8, is going to make you have to get up. Right? And then you're going to see how our community is going to change when we have to start coming together. It's a beautiful and powerful thing, right? Your claws and your teeth, fangs, are your culture. Are you plugged in? Right? Are you connected to a tribe? Are you connected to a tribe? A group of people that you could trust with your life, with your children. See, these are the type of networks we need to be building up. See, because a lot of us, we're concerned about the national peace, right? But we need to really be focusing on where we are. Where your kids at? You know what I'm saying? Who are your kids' friends? Who are your kids' friends' parents? Right? You know what I'm saying? Because as we start coming together locally, we'll grow enough power so that we can start growing together regionally. And then we'll be able to move into a national peace, right? We want to start from the national level and move down. It don't work like that. Trees don't grow from the sky down. Pyramids don't get built from the sky down, except for some of you niggas that out there believing in UFOs and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, we build it from the ground up. And this means that we first have to start working within where we are. When the last time you visited a school? Even if your child ain't in school, when the last time you visited elementary school? So the children can start learning how to deal with elders. Learning to respect elders. Right? Learning that there's other people out there in the community that care for them. Right? How many of y'all been to the rec centers in your neighborhood? See, because I'm talking about growing fangs. I'm talking about growing the claws and the fangs that the lion was talking about, that culture, right? Because what we have allowed to happen, we have allowed a disconnection to come in between the generations when that's some bullshit. That's some shit that's made up here. We're the only, I mean, it makes no sense. We are, as in this story, I'm going to read it again for you. The Hares harangued the assembly and argued that all should be equal. The lions made this reply: your words, O Hares, are good, but they lack both claws and teeth, such as we have. Truth is a weapon. Truth is not the only weapon, right? You got to be able to support that truth. See, because we get all caught up in this whole spiritual thing. I'm a very spiritual person, but at some point in time, we have to start dealing with reality, right? You know what I'm saying? The realness, the spirit inhabits everything, right? But we need to be able to protect what we have. We need to be able to protect what we build. We need to be, as men, those warriors out there, men and women, grown men and women, in between the ages of 17 and 55, we have to be able to get out here and defend what we got. If not, it's all for waste. Hold on. Allende says, it is also deep that the rabbit proposed peace and harmony by nature, and the lion said, not in my world. That approach has no teeth or claws or power here. Name and claim for ourselves, grow claws. See, and understand, the lion didn't say, rabbit, you're lying. Rabbit, you're wrong. He said, rabbit, the words you speak are good, but they lack fangs and claws. See, because a lot of us say, truth is enough. If I speak truth to them, it'll move their heart. No. In some cases, that might work, but sometimes you got to take a motherfucker's heart. Excuse my language, Elder. Shouts out to Elder Shedrick for joining me. Excuse me, you know how I get sometime, right? You know how I get sometime. So, you know what I'm saying? So, the piece that the piece that I want to make sure we understand, man, is, look, our culture is the fangs and the teeth that lion's talking about. See, because actually, even when you look at it, the rabbit was wrong. I'm going to say it again. The rabbit was wrong. The rabbit was demanding rights that was not in nature for that rabbit to get. Prey and predator are not equal. Never have been. Not that the predator is better, but they both occupy a space in nature. Black man, black woman, what place do we occupy in nature? Are we the natural prey of everybody? Asians come over here and take advantage of us. Indians come over here and take advantage of us. Europeans, West Asians come over. Everybody is building up off our community. They know to come to our community. Why? Because it's easy hunting. What they hunting? They hunting money. So they set up a store. They set up a liquor store. They start selling us hair. And it's easy. And we're abundant prey. We're like the buffalo on the plains of the United States when the West Asian first got here. They just picking us off. Right? And we just cool with it. We gonna get our Black and Miles and get our 40 ounces and and get our weed wraps and sit down and smoke ourselves into oblivion. You know what I'm saying? Some, I mean, and some of us is shea buttering reality away, right? You know what I'm saying? So hold on. Do I got somebody on the line? Sound like somebody on the line? Just somebody. Anybody that want to join the conversation? Anybody that has something to say and you don't have time to type? Hit me up at 614-556-4535. I'm trying to experiment because I want to see if I could get them out here to hear what we saying, because these are the type of conversations that I like to have. I honestly believe that these are productive, because I'm not coming from my words. I'm coming from the words of one of our ancestors. I need y'all to understand this. Now, you got two versions of Aesop's life. I stick with one. I'm not arguing with anybody about Aesop, right? Because some people say that he was European. Some people say he was African. You know what side I'm on, right? As a matter of fact, some people say he was an African slave that was captured and held in Greece. And through his wisdom and through his storytelling ability, he was able to work his way to freedom, right? He was able to liberate himself, right? And he left us these jewels. He left these codes for us to break down and to really start working with it, because we think these are for kids, but these stories are not for kids. Well, they can be used for kids, but these stories were told to adults to tell them about basic truths in life. Predators and prey are not equal. The predator is going to be the predator, and the predator is going to prey on you until you stop him. Until you stop him. Until we stop the predator, they're going to continue to do what they do. Sasha, I need you to go to bed, baby. Y'all got to excuse my baby's always trying to get on the air. I understand. They get it naturally. But we are approaching the 10 o'clock hour. And I want to thank everybody that took the time to tune in over the podcast as well as on Facebook Live. Next time I hope y'all ain't scared to call. I got a show tomorrow called Tribal Quotes. I do Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. I will try to be here every Tuesday and Wednesday. And like I said, man, I'm 1,200 shows deep. You know what I'm saying? So there's no stopping me now. Those that support the journey supports you back by sending you some ambrosia. If you live out the state, out the city, you have to pay for shipping and handling yourself. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you give to us, we give to you. So, woo, look at that. This a live drink. I'm not playing, y'all. I'm down bright. Look, I'm an alchemist now, right? So now, one more time before we leave. Tomorrow, we're doing Tribal Quotes. We are in the chapter called Establishing Life Through Knowledge of the Energies. So now we just moved out of the exercise and sacrifice. We're moving into establishing the life through knowledge of the life of through the knowledge of the energies. So that's going to be a powerful chapter. Make sure that you tune in, share. Follow Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook. Check out Gye-Nyame Journey Energy. Check out my blog at gye-nyamejourney.com. I'm gonna read the folktale one more time and give somebody opportunity if they want to call in, they can. All right, hold on. Mike Surgeon. Ethics and morals are the claws and the fangs of a healthy, competitive culture, society, and people. When we put economics and materialism above principles and values, our collective potential is our collective potential is greatly limited. Mayat is the healing of the nation. One love. That's from Mike Surgeon. All right. Very true. Very true. Now, but I have a conundrum for you. How do you deal with a people whose morals ethics and values are different than yours. I know you out there, Mike. You can call in at 614-556-4535, right? Because one of the issues that our ancestors ran into is that we ran into some people whose morals and values were totally opposed to ours. So did the Native Americans. So did the Native Hawaiians. So did the natives of Puerto Rico and Haiti and the Dominican Republic. How do you deal with a people that don't accept nor live by your morals or values? David Lee. Shouts out, David Lee. Thank you for tuning in. And also thank you, Mike Surgeon, for tuning in. Get those who are sick return to health and sanity. Help them get clean and sober, and then we will be a force. How can we look after our land and our families if we are drunk? Very true. Very true. All right. So, but hey, y'all doing a lot of typing. Y'all call in and say it because people could hear you. 614-556-4535. Right? So, reading the story one time. The Hares harangued the assembly and argued that all should be equal. The lions made this reply: "Your words, O Hares, are good, but they lack both claws and teeth such as we have." Claws and teeth such as we have. Predators always fall back on that, y'all. You always need to remember that when you're dealing with a predator. Let me big up that. I wanna like that response. Go on, get out of here. There we go. Oh, what's going on? How do you? Okay, cool. I like that. All right. So, next week's folktale is The Lark and Her Young Ones. Matter of fact, that's gonna be that one is even better than this short one. It's a little bit longer. It's gonna be it's gonna be powerful because I remember that one. That one is very, very good. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank all those people. Unfortunately I can't read through the cities because I'm using my phone to live stream through. But I want to send shots to all those cities, all those states, all those countries that are tuning in to Gye-Nyame Journey. I want you to know that I appreciate you and I love you. All right, cool. Hold on. Elder Shedrick, shouts out. Much love. I miss you, Elder. Write it down on a card and put it on the screen. You say it quickly. Okay, hold on. I'm going to type it and put it up there for you, Elder. That's dope. I'm going to do that next week. Elder just gave, see, that's what I'm talking about. I love that wisdom. And this is one of the wisest dudes. 556-4535. This is one of the wisest dudes that you will ever hear. All right. Mike Surgeon, my eye is the least common denominator. All right. Let's see. All right, cool. We got other people coming into the room. So it don't work unless I stay on for over an hour. But I don't, shouts out to Anaje. Phone number once more, please. 614-556-4535. Here, hold on. You might just be listening. I'm gonna try to write it out. My handwriting ain't that. Y'all ain't gonna. It's gonna be backwards. 614-556-4. All right, those of you that's texting me, those of you that's calling me, stop. Call the 614-556-4535 number. All right, lines are open. Feel free to call in. Once again, 614-556-4535. Because I got two people about to call in. I can extend the show just a little bit.
This call is being recorded.
Now, those of you that's out there on Facebook, can you hear? Somebody out there can say yes or no or something. Somebody on the line? Who is it?
Yes, brother.
Is who? Check one. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Steve, this is Mike Surgeon.
Hold on. Let me put you on because I want to make sure I catch you on the podcast. Make sure I got everything right. All right, go ahead. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you for the opportunity. I just wanted to call in and elaborate a little bit on my initial comment, and then I followed up by saying that, my is the least common denominator. It's pretty generally understood what we're talking about from a value system perspective. When we discuss Ma'at, I mean, a lot of us who grew up in the culture, in the community, went through rites of passage as preteens or kids, young adults, whatever the case might be. And, our instructors and other people we went through rites of passage with discussed those various principles, those various virtues, and what they mean. And a lot of our scholars have discussed it. So, I mean, there's a lot of different perspectives. But again, I think there's some essential truths and least common denominators that exist across all the different perspectives, and it still comes down, I think, to ethics, values, principles, things like that. When I kind of don't like to use morals, although ethics and morals are sometimes used interchangeably or together. But a lot of times, I think when we start talking about morals, then at least based on my understanding, we're getting more into religious interpretation or a specific theological interpretation of what right is or what good is, but ethics is more of a general, secularized understanding of what is right that doesn't necessarily focus as much on people's God concepts, so to speak.
All right, so now I'm going to come back to that, but we was just joined, and I'm thinking this is Eldridge Cedric. Are you there, sir?
Yes, I am. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's good to hear your voice.
Good to see you. Love you, my brother.
Love you as well. You got something you want to share, sir?
Well, I was just thinking. I'm old. I'm 70 years old now.
Are you?
And yeah. And my screen is a little bigger than some of the younger people's screens. See?
Yes, sir.
I've seen the warfare that we've forgotten about. They've been fighting us for a long time, but the last 50 years have been brutal, really brutal. The divide and conquer of our communities, not just the black community, but all communities, the busting down of unions, the divide and conquer, the concentration of wealth, so that we can be fighting each other while other people are reaping the joy, or they think it's joy. Because I think we really need to change our whole concept of what wealth is. Because wealth is relationships. That's the key thing. Wealth is relationship. And when we work on our relationships and cling to our relationships, no amount of money can defeat it. But as long as they divide us, break up our relationships, break up our families, break up our communities, we're done.
We're done. I remember.
That's what's happening.
I remember I was in a class at Ohio State, and one of the discussions we had, it was an African studies class, and they said that wealth was measured by how big your family was. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of put a whole new twist on it for me right now, because you said that relationships, if our relationships are tight, no amount of money can defeat us. I mean, and that's a deep statement. But going back to what Mike Surgeon is saying, Mike Surgeon has been stressing to me ever since we rehooked up the importance of Ma'at. So if those relationships are built on those principles, then we ain't got to worry about the false sense of wealth that you know what I'm saying, that that has been cast in front of us. You know what I'm saying? We done traded pearls in for brotherhood and sisterhood, family. You know what I'm saying? And they done made the money the major focus in our relationships. Matter of fact, most divorces are happening right now because of economic reasons. Not because the relationship ain't good. I mean, you know, the money supposedly is the root of the relationships. So now I got to rethink some things real quick. It ain't going to be real quick, but you always putting something on my mind. Now I got to go back to square one, Elder. You got to stop that sometime, man.
That's what for.
You know, I mean, but that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? Because relationships are the claw. I mean, relationships are the claws in the teeth. I mean, because if we tighten up the relationships, we ain't got to worry about nothing.
That's the key. That's the key.
All right, thanks, David Lee. Thank you for. He said he could hear you. So, actually, I found a system that works. So now I could do this and have people joining me on the show. Mike Surgeon, do you have something else you want to say, sir?
No, I appreciate it. I mean, I appreciate what the other had to say. I think, you know, it goes together, and I appreciate it very much.
All right, now, for those that did not get to hear the story, I'm going to read it one more time.
Okay, I'm going to hang up. Love you.
Love you too.
All right, peace.
Peace. The Hares and the Lions. The Hares harangued the assembly and argued that all should be equal. The Lions made this reply: "Your words, O Hare, are good, but they lack both claws and teeth such as we have." So, the line dropped out on Facebook for another second. Go and think about that folktale. If you come up with something else, feel free. You can still call it, because I call it the line. I got it. It's mine. You call in at any time, 614-556-4535. If what you got to say is good, I will download it and I will broadcast it over one of my podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Because I had the capabilities of doing that. But I love each and every one of you. I thank you for your time and the effort that it took to sit down and listen to me for the time that you listen to me. Those that are regular listeners on the podcast, I thank you. I thank you. This is Brother Hatim. Make sure you support the journey. Check out my my blog post at To-Gye-Nyame-Journey.com. That's my latest flyer, so that you get a brief description of what ambrosia is, so that you can decide on whether or not you would like to work with it. And like I said, because my piece is we got to present health to our people, right? We got to present health to our people. Like David Lee says, we got to get our people healthy. And one of the things that I noticed, and one of the reasons I started looking into the ambrosia and the fermented products, was because we were not getting the probiotics back into our systems. Everything that we are fed is dead. No, I don't remember the story, The Sense of a Goose. See, you should have told it when you was on the line. You know what I'm saying? I have to look that up. But that's Elder Cedric. I want to thank the callers. Elder Cedric and Mike Surgeon, right? Hopefully, they will be joining me a little bit more regularly, you know. And then I want to send shouts out to David Lee, Anaje, Allende, Delian Abdul Razik, Stephanie Jackson, Carsey Twiggs, Kalika Sadiqa, Chanel Coco Gardner, Yolanda Brooks, Charles Taylor, Brother Duvall, Anthony Chapman, 80 Days Hinkle, Doc West, and Yvette Carter, because she called in too. Oh, and by the way, the riddle I left on my thing, the question I asked, what do you call a people without culture? They are called prey. Not P-R-A-Y, P-R-E-Y, prey. People without culture are prey. Individuals without culture, or as Mike Surgeon would say, without ethics and values, are prey. It's a question that you have to answer tonight for yourself, my brothers and sisters. Are you prey? This is Brother Hatim, and I'm out. I'd like to thank each and every last one of y'all for tuning in, and I am out.